your boy, Double R. You know what I'm saying? Prime time. You know what's going on. We got the dub. A hard-fought one, but you know, it's hard to win on the road. We're going to do it anyway, man. Chief Kingdom, we out.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So the Kansas City Chiefs squared off against an NFC opponent for the first time this season, and Sunday Night Football sure didn't disappoint. With this game in Atlanta versus the Falcons, saw a little bit of everything. Despite a slow start from the offense and some solid drives by the opposition, Andy Reid's team was able to buckle down in time to secure a win. It's a 22-17 victory for the Kansas City Chiefs, which gets the back-to-back champs up 3-0 to kick off the season. Mahomes struggled in Week 2's win over the Bengals, and some of that carried over in Sunday's contest. On the opening drive, he threw a pass to Rice and later missed Xavier Worthy for a touchdown. For a good chunk of last season, the Chiefs seemed to run their offense through the then-rookie Rice more than Travis Kelce. Rice outproduced Kelce in a handful of games leading up to the postseason. Then the future Hall of Fame tight end resembled himself in January and February. The priority targets have been Rice to start this season, though Kansas City did a bit better job getting Kelce involved this Sunday.
That Isaiah has. I mean, no, there's not a lot of people that are that fired up after every run and can run like that. I thought the guys did a great job, and then at the end of the day, I think the O-line took it upon themselves to accept the challenge. And I mean, if you saw how the game went in those long drives, their defense was staying back, and they were going to force us to run the football and throw it short, and we did that good enough to get the win.
I think like on that first drive, you didn't get exactly what you wanted. I just wonder if you could evaluate that drive as a whole and the interception.
Yeah, I saw the cover zero. We had a miscommunication with how we were going to pick up the pressure. And then I can't force it once it doesn't. I mean, I was going to high-low the corner and Trav and 83 and try to beat Simmons, but with the ball. But obviously got sped up a little bit, but you can't force it. I mean, those are mistakes that you can't make in the red zone, and it seems like I make it to Simmons every time I play him.
Hey, Patrick, I know it's early, but given how these 3 games have gone for you guys, what are you learning about the identity of this particular team?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't played good. I mean, really all 3 games. We've been able to win. I mean, that speaks to the character of the team, the grit, how we've been in these situations before. But I'll speak especially offensively, and myself, I feel like I haven't played very well. And that's not a stats thing. I just feel like I'm missing opportunities whenever they're out there and not throwing the ball in the exact spot I want it to be at. So it's about me getting back to my fundamentals, putting our guys in the right position, and then we got to execute at a higher level offensively. If teams are going to make us drive the field, we have to prove that we're able to do that. And I'm sure we'll get a lot of the same this next week with the Chargers.
How do you improve on that when you playing out of the field?
Yeah, I mean, I think just footwork stuff. I got to get my base right. I think I'm trusting my arm too much in some of those throws. Even the first throw of the game, I just kind of flick it and kind of off balance and don't hit Rashee going down the seam there. So it's just I got to get back to my fundamentals, and then that stuff that I go through sometimes, not usually early in the season like this, but luckily for me, I'm not playing my best football, and we're still getting wins. So I got to get better to make the offense better.
How do you get Travis more?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because teams still, I mean, the respect factor they have for Travis is just unreal. I mean, it's well deserved, but I mean, we're calling a lot of plays for Travis, and it's like 2 or 3 people are going to him. So, I mean, he understands. I think that's the great thing about him is he wants to make an impact on the game, but he wants to win at the end of the day. And I'm going to try to do my best to keep feeding him the ball whenever he's there, whenever he's open. But, I mean, I think the more Rashee makes plays, the more we're able to run the football, the more we can get Worthy involved. I think that's going to open Travis up more. I mean, people are really emphasizing trying to take him away, and it's getting other guys open.
What do you think about Rashee's
20 on here.
What do you think of that Falcons defense and what kind of challenges do they?
Yeah, I mean, they're well coached. 2 great safeties, great corners, and they do a good job of executing. I mean, obviously, their goal was to make us drive the field, and then they did that. And they made the big turnover there in the red zone. That's a good football team, and I expect them to get better and better because whenever you bring a lot of different pieces in, it takes a little bit to get going throughout the season. But that's going to be a team that's going to make a lot of noise.
Tonight, the Chiefs go on the road and win a very highly contested, a very good ball game, 22-17 over the Atlanta Falcons. Mm-hmm. They get a stop on 4th down. Algier couldn't barge his way through on 31, so the Falcons have to go for it on 4th and inches, and Bijan Robinson, the ball carrier. And here it is, Ocho. They covered up all the blockers, and they say, Nick Bolton, you got to make a play. Bijan Robinson, you either got to run him over or you got to make him miss. He did neither, and the Chiefs get the ball back.
Yeah. But listen, Bolton scraped better than the goddamn butter knife. He scraped, filled that hole right away. So there was really nothing for Bijan Robin to be able to do in that instance. For one, I'm questioning the play call on 4th and inches. If they got they got the box stacked, right? Everything's covered, right? So what's the first thing you do? You do something outside of the tendency on which you would normally run on a 4th and inches. Man, I'm play action, faking it out the belly, and got the tight end maybe coming out the backside and doing something different as opposed to what they think you're gonna do on 4th and inches. They think you're gonna run the ball. Do the complete opposite. Surprise them. If you're gonna go for it, throw the whole deck out. Throw the whole kitchen sink out. Do something different in that scenario. I mean, Spags knew he had the right play call, and Bolton made a hell of a goddamn play.
I think in that situation, Ocho, you go with because if they throw that ball on 4th and inches, what are you gonna say? Man, you got Bijan Robinson, you took a top 10 pick. You got Alger right there in the backfield.
Okay, well, you ran the ball. You got a top 10 pick. You ran the ball, and you still got stopped.
Okay, you got to give the defense some credit. Spags did a great job of covering everybody up. When you cover all the blockers up, somebody's going to be free. Now, you tell your back, because he ain't no block, he's unblocked. You either got to run him over or you got to make him miss. Those are your only two options because now you taking all your your wide receivers are off the field. You brought in big personnel. So they know you're going to run the ball. And if we can't, look, first of all, if we can't get an inch, hell, we don't deserve to win the game, Ocho. All you got to do is stick your tongue out. That's an inch right there.
What you just said, though? But did you hear what you just said? Listen, the game of football is all about mind games. It's a game of chess between the two coordinators. Now, you just said they brought big personnel in. When you bring big personnel in, what's the first thing? What's the first thought? Okay, you know what? They're running the ball. Hello? Common sense. The first thing. Trickery. Bring in big personnel. Play action fake. Do something different than what they expect you to do to surprise them and catch them off guard. I guarantee we got the first. And they also missed the pass interference in the end zone. I'm going to ask you what you thought about the pass interference, chat. Kyle Pitts in the end zone. That was supposed to be pass interference because he's all over Pitts before the ball even gets there and doesn't turn around and look for the ball. That should have been a flag call. And the ball should have been on the 1 yard line.
Yeah. I just think, the Chiefs going to have to do a better job once they get in the red zone, Ocho, of scoring touchdowns and not kicking field goals. That almost cost them again because you see they're getting down there. I mean, they had it 1st and goal, settle for a field goal. They had it on the 15 or the 10-yard line and settle for a field goal. Eventually, that catches up with you. Kicking field goals loses you ball game. Touchdown wins you game. They were very, very fortunate tonight to win this ball game. Like I said, Cousins is so hampered by he's never been mobile. So you imagine, it's kind of like Marino when Marino tore his Achilles. Marino was never mobile, but once he tore it, where do you really think he's going now? And you see how hard it is for him to run that stretch play, Ocho. It's all he got. And he's thinking about it so much, he almost bobbled the ball. He almost fumbled one, trying to get out there to stretch. And Bijan did a great job of scooping it off the turf with one hand, but it's really difficult. Spags did a great job of putting pressure on him, knowing that he's not going anywhere. Where is he going to go? He's never been mobile. He's never been the most athletic quarterback. He could, get a first down here and there. But tonight I thought the Chiefs defense has been playing unbelievable. You have to give those guys credit, Ocho. You have to give them credit. They've been playing unbelievable. Andy Reid is doing a great job of manufacturing. Because think about it, he's without Hollywood. He loses Pacheco. And so now he's just trying to find ways. Rashee Rice did a great job, 12 for $110, but nobody else. Kelsey, 4 for 30 on 5 targets. Juju, 2 for 17, but he had a big touchdown, 13-yard touchdown. Worthy. So really nobody. But again, you see what they're doing. It's very balanced. 39 pass attempts, 33 rush attempts. You see the balance?
Yeah, and you know what's funny when I think about it? I know we're talking about the Chiefs. I'm thinking about the opportunities that the Falcons had to close the game at the end when they had the ball. The last series they had the ball. Spags, man-to-man on the backside. Drake London, 6'4", 6'5", whatever it may be. Put the ball in reach. That's touchdown. That's touchdown. He slipped. Listen, the corner playing hard outside. He slips underneath.
Yeah.
And Kirk Cousins throws the ball short. Not only did he throw the ball short, he throws it far inside. You put a little bit more touch on that, the game is over. You win.
Yeah,
Like you say it all the time. The game is about moments, making plays at the right time, making throws at the right time, making catches at the right time. It changes the trajectory of the game. And that right there, he makes that throw, the Falcons win the game. They get that pass interference in the end zone, they win the game.